Well, there we go. Now, hey folks, I'm back at it again, messing around with things. One of the things I'm playing with is some lighting that I plan to use in the background, or a backstop or whatever, on my Styrene Centurion. So one of the experiments I'm doing is with some model railroad lights that I got from modeltrainsoftware.com, which Evans designs in Broomfield. They're online there. The welding lights and a fire lights. Fire. Let's see if this thing's focusing. I can't tell. Anyway. Let's see. So I kind of got them hooked up, sort of. Now that's just the fire. And I'm using this GTO body that I'm working on. That it comes as a roadster convertible, and then you can put the hard top on if you want, and then there's a lot of sanding and filling and stuff to do with that. But I wanted to see what it looked like under something, and I don't know if that's any good. Then let's see, that's my main power. That's supposed to be welding and fire together. I don't have it wired so I can just do one or the other. I have to do both. But so I wanted to see what it would be from underneath something. It's interesting. I'll mess with it some more. I was wondering what would happen if I got a little reflective candy thing there. Now, does that improve it? Yeah, not necessarily so. This is printed rectangle, printed on my 3D printer. Let's see what that does. So it really is a matter of how that looks a little better, a little less like blinking lights. What I'm paying attention to is what's reflected, not the actual beam, not this part. What's reflected in there? Does it look anything at all like a fire? No. I'll have to mess with that and fiddle part around and see what I can do with that. Well, I'm hoping to have the Styrene on a thing where maybe a wall or something cut out, and then it looks like fire or welding behind it or something. I don't know, maybe I'll go for a computer wall or something. I could definitely do a computer wall with that without having to. It's only 20 bucks worth of stuff, and like I bought it and it was here the next day. Of course it wasn't set across town, but the guy was right on. We'll see, I'll do something with it. Pointed lighting on something. I don't know, it's blooming pretty bad on there. So, enough for that demonstration. That's all that is. Couple switches and alright, here we go again. Now this is the cowling, and this goes in it apparently, and that looks to me like it's going to take quite a bit of filling. I don't know. We'll see how that looks later. This back here, yeah, it's rough. It's rough as cob. And it's not, this is a nice matte granular thing, but then it gets into striations. I don't know. I can't go that. That's just not acceptable that goes from matte to that. None of that is acceptable to me. I can't go it. It's just not right. I'm not going with that. Anybody that wants to buy one of these and just go ahead and paint it as they say, that's fine. But not for me. Not with what I see on the internet out there. There's a whole bunch of guys out there doing some real master grade work on it, and on other things, and I don't think they would leave it like that. I just don't. Maybe they would. And like I said before, this is supposed to be one piece. This is a piece, and that's a piece. These are going to have to be channeled out. I'm going to have to channel them down, because you can see right here, it ain't working. That's a ledge there. If it was cut out and all one, if this was separate pieces, it wouldn't be a ledge there. That ain't right. I ain't going for it. I ain't going to take that. And take a bunch of work. It's alright, that's what it's there for. It's there to be worked on. Okay. Now let's see what we can get done here in a few minutes. Man, this is there. Boy, that wants to fall off by itself. Have to fill that out. Don't do that. Don't do what I just did. Some might say that'll never show because it's back up under the cowling. So, okay, this is the tiny Cylon whiteboard. DoleWheat.com. Okay. DaleWheat.com. Proudly made in the US of A. This kit. Nothing to solder. This is simple Simon stuff. This here. I hate that when it's too easy. Okay. So, that one guy I watch, I wish I could remember these people's names, but my memory ain't what it used to be, so it's just gonna have to go. We see that this ain't gonna fit, right? Not exactly. Pick that up a little bit. Slip him in, and no way that's gonna close. Okay. So, what's in the way? Well, watching his video, I seen what's in the way. How do we take care of that? He uses a Dremel. Screw that. Got all day for it. I got a Dremel, but I ain't gonna use it. This, hogging this out. Don't need any of that stuff. Oh, what? Take care of this real quickly. Take all. Might be able to do it faster with the Dremel, but I don't like messing around with it, setting up the damn thing, finding my little bits and tools and stuff. That's no fun, is it? Dremel would have been faster maybe. But what if you don't have a Dremel? Then you can do this. Now, if you don't have one of these expensive tools, you better get one. Got a model. You can't blame your tools. I mean, you know, you can blame the modeler. So you can get this out of here. I don't have my glasses on, so I can't really tell. What if I put some peepers on? So watching these guys build these various and sundry different ways, some of them are way nice. There's one that's it's holding the damn rifle. I don't know where that comes from. Maybe he printed it out on his printer. Or bought one or something from some other toy or something. Now, let's see what. When you glue this, you'll have to squeeze it together. Okay, now I'll get in here and change this around and drill whatever holes I need for wires. And I'm going to change this around so I can tilt the head, and that'll make the plastic parts that go up in here not reach on one side and be too long on the other. But let's see. Okay, so it'll slip in while you're holding it. It'll slip in so far and then further than that. So that needs a little more cleaning to get that done. And we can see it's going to set about there. This is where your wires come in. The wires come in here, see, minus and plus. Come up through here and down through there, so you can solder them on this side. That's your strain relief, is this, except I don't think it's strain. Well, it'll keep it from moving. Okay. Now, I don't want to run this stuff with a Dremel. Yeah, and then breathe it. There's the trace. And I don't see the traces on that, but I know across there. I can cut across there. Now I don't have to breathe any of that phenolic. There's other people that have already done this on the internet. They show you how, and they tell you and they explain it and all that. So if you're watching this, you can watch them. If you accidentally cut some sort of trace or you start a crack across somewhere, why worry about it? You can always jump it with wires. I believe the circuit's online. Yeah, it tells you what the circuit is online. You can download it as a PDF, I believe. Okay. Will it fit? Boom, treaty boom. So now you get it so it fits. This button here, it don't take up any room at all hardly. Get it so it fits in there. You take a good idea of what you want to do with your LED leads. If you want to stagger them forward so that it's already pretty close to the height you need. Anyway, you can bend the LEDs any way you want. Even if this board don't fit right, you can get pretty damn close. Or you can put the LEDs underneath, tilt this thing up and put them underneath. The whole point is you got to aim them where you want them. It's not a big deal. Okay. So it gives you a ledge to sit on and all kind of stuff. There's plenty of room in there. Or you can take and clean that the rest of the way out. So I have, where's a visor? Let's see what that looks like in there. In this particular one, I put some Scotch tape on the back, you know, the frosted Scotch tape. Sorry, I went off camera. Okay, there we go. Alright, I'll take out all that stuff there so that this, the only thing it sets on is the registration. Of course, when the neck comes up in there, it'll be, I'm going to trim the neck, the gimbals. You know, that's kind of how it's going to look. It's kind of just roughed out. But basically what I did is I back sanded the back of the visor and did a lot of fitting and messing around with, and then I took, like I said, that Scotch brand tape that is kind of frosted and put that back there. I don't think that looks too bad. Let's see what happens. Of course it's hard to tell on the monitor. I got a lot of fitting, sanding and messing around to do, but I think basically that's what it's going to look like. There's a lot of painting and polishing and cleaning and doing and diddling and messing around with. But, I think that looks pretty nice. So, yeah, it looks okay. I metallized some of the speaker grill. I kind of metallized, but there's a lot of work needs to be done on that. It doesn't really fit well. Fits poorly. I'll turn this light off again, see what kind of deal that is. Yeah, I don't know how that's going to look. Looks alright. Anyway, that's that for this.